Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of 31. Today is October 2nd, and we're going to continue where we left off yesterday. It's not always that dramatic, you know. We were now standing in the middle of someone's living room. The sun was shining brightly through the windows, and a teenage girl with a blank stare on her face was sitting at the couch looking towards the television. There were dark circles under her eyes. "Most of what we do are follow-ups," he said, taking a seat beside her, "making sure we keep them in a state where we want them." He smiled and nodded at the girl. This one was easy to manipulate. A few months ago, she was sick of being the perfect daughter. So I helped a little with that by using her parents' overbearing nature to influence her. It wasn't hard either. I just told her friends what to say and they said it. I told her how to feel and she felt it. I let her know it wasn't fair that she couldn't live the life the way she wanted or be with whoever she wanted to be with. Oh, it was classic. He nodded towards the hallway and said, "She just took a pregnancy test and it was positive. Isn't that wonderful?" He leaned towards her and took a deep breath. "Oh, the smell of negative energy. I love it." "Now watch this," he said, getting to his feet. "Her mom just went to the bathroom." He motioned for me to follow him down the hall, and I did, wondering what he was going to do. We stopped in front of the closed door, and he simply slid through it without opening it. A second later, he stuck his head back through the door and looked at me. "Are you coming?" "How?" He said, You just walk right through. You're with me now." His head disappeared back to the door. I realized this was getting stranger by the second, but what did I have to lose? Reaching forward, I was amazed when my hand simply pushed through the door. I yanked it back and looked at it. It tingled, but other than that, it seemed normal. Was I some kind of ghost or something? "Hurry up," he yelled. I reached forward again, watching my hand disappear through the door. Following it, I pushed through and found myself inside the bathroom without having to even open the door. Not too bad. As my senses came back to me, I saw him standing on the other side of a woman washing her hands. "Watch this," he said with a grin. When she turned around and reached to flush the toilet, he leaned close to her ear and whispered, "Hey, what's that down there by the trash can?" Immediately, I saw her look down at the trash can. As if it was illuminated, I noticed it as well, something with a picture on it. The woman reached down and picked it up, staring at it in disbelief. I turned to see the picture and noticed it was a torn box of some kind. There was a picture of a plus and minus sign on it. The man looked shocked and whispered, "NCY test. Pregnancy test, maybe?" Laughing, he rushed out of the bathroom, waving for me to follow as the woman's eyes got wide. We hurried back down the hall to where the girl was sitting on the couch, and I could tell he was ecstatic. "What's this?" he said, grinning even wider. "This is going to be awesome." About that time, the bathroom door flung open with a bang, and a very mad mother came storming down the hallway. "What the hell is this, Janet?" The girl on the couch jumped and turned suddenly, startled, her eyes wide with fear. The mother stopped in front of her and showed her the piece of box she found. Janet stared at it in disbelief, and it was suddenly as if I knew everything. She had thrown the test in the box away already, knowing she needed to keep it a secret. But as she stared at the little torn piece of box, in her nervousness to take the test, she had obviously dropped it on the floor. The rest of it all was all wrapped away and tossed away in the trash can. The man leaned close to her, and he whispered, "How could I have been so stupid?" "Was it negative or positive?" the mother asked, shaking the box in front of her. "Tell me." The girl began to cry. "It was positive." "Oh my God." The mother began to pace, and the man began to laugh. "Isn't this great?" he yelled with excitement. "Do you see how easy it is?" He slapped his hands together and then mocked the mother, stepping in stride with her as she paced back and forth. "What did I do wrong?" he said. "Where did I go wrong? What are we going to do? How did this happen? I'm a horrible person." Then suddenly he stopped and looked at me as the mother continued to pace around the room and the girl continued to cry. "And now," he said, his smile becoming even darker, "is where the true manipulation begins. Do you know why? Because she is a true liberal. believing in abortion, this mother. And her husband is a true conservative, not believing in abortion. His laugh echoed through the house, sending shivers down my spine. You could not have asked for a better setting. Can you imagine the fights that are about to happen when the father finds out? Once the members of their church find out? He placed his finger on his chin and laughed. And oh, believe me, they will find out. One way or another, I'll make sure of it. Snapping his fingers, he said, "Come on, boy. There's so much more I need to show you. Time's a-wasting." And out the door we went, like two thieves into the night. Except it wasn't jewelry or money we were stealing. It was lives.